Hello and good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock edition of the news tonight. With me, WADULO Mark Arnold. It's going to be a 1 hour's ride, so better sit tight and get informed. These are the headlines.
Brought to you by
How to get points. Just use MTN to make calls, send SMS, load airtime, buy bundles, or pay for MTN subscription services.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Heights. Entebbe Expressway road toll station begins. Open water source used to be phased out by 2025. Furthermore, Bale RCC intervenes in a land wrangle. And the Wero leaders sensitize head teachers on standard operating procedures.
Was brought to you by Everywhere you go, MTN.
Once again, you're welcome. It's now time to give you the news in detail. To start off, Kampala Entebbe Expressway road toll has begun this Saturday, and this means that all road users will be required to pay at the provided gates. The Minister of Works and Transport, General Edward Katumba Wamala, says that the only two categories of vehicles that have been exempted from paying are those in the presidential convoy, fire brigade, and ambulances. Frequent users will also get a discount, such as those who stay in Entebbe and work in Kampala, and on any motorists making frequent trips between Kampala and Entebbe. Let's take a look at the details.
Government has started charging road toll on Entebbe Express Highway. The Minister for Works and Transport, General Edward Katumba Wamala, inspected the road toll gates and pledged that security will be guaranteed to the road users.
So all that fence will be replaced because this is an expressway. It's not supposed to be accessed by animals. That's why we had put a fence. Unfortunately, Ugandans, you thought it was better to steal the fence. But now we are going to have security full time. The fence will be replaced and will be fully secured.
Frequent users will also get a discount, such as those who stay in Entebbe and work in Kampala, or any motorists making frequent trips between Kampala and Entebbe.
In terms of classes of vehicles and the cost for every vehicle. So if you are going to come and pay at the booth directly, you don't benefit from a discount. You pay the 3,000. But if you buy your card up front, then you benefit from a discount. And that's an advantage. And there is even discounts for regular users of the road. The people here will tell you the details of that. The regular users of the road have got discounts in terms of if you are using it 14 times, if you are using it monthly. So those incentives are there.
The minister asked the public to utilize all available incentives.
Those which are pegged to a car. There is one which is they call it unlimited.
So easy pass.
Easy pass. So you can buy that one, which you can give to any car, and they keep deducting, just like you do work. Is it Yaka? Whatever you consume is what they deduct. So even this one, there is that card which you can buy, and if you are not moving today, but your wife is moving, you can give her that card. She swipes, it's swiped, and then the money is reduced.
One more last question and the gentleman.
The collected funds will be used to service the loan that government secured from China to construct the roads.
The Minister for Kampala, Hajati Minsa Kawanda, has warned transport leaders and operators in the old taxi park to avoid wrangles and urged them to vaccinate against COVID-19, as vaccination cards will be a mandatory requirement. The minister's message was made at the official reopening of the old taxi park, which had been under refurbishment for a long time. The minister also cautioned them not to misuse and damage the infrastructure.
It was happiness and joy Saturday morning as taxi drivers and leaders operating in the Orthodox park walked into the park after repair works were completed. The park's services resumed after a period of 2 years as it was being under refurbishment.
Sanyo lali empulya lya amaanyi okusinziira ebbanga emyaka 2 gyemaze wabweru nga mbona abunya wabweru eyo abantu bonna nga tebasobola kubanga basobola okuyingira mu paaka. Bange ddene erisoba mu myaka 2 gye tumaze nga tuli ku street nga na buli muntu essuubi lyamugwamu nti paaka eno tetugenda kuddamu gya accessinga. Abalala ne balowooza nti paaka egenda kubeera mu baasi, abalala ne balowooza nti paaka bagenda kuteekamu za arcade. Baagala okwebaza minisita w'ebyentambula Jeno Katumba Amala, minisita wa Kampala Hajati Minsa Kabanda nti twabatuukirira ne tubalaga obuzibu obwali bugenda okubaawo nga basumuludde amasomero, abaana badda ku masomero naye ng'emmoroka bwe baazireka ate si we ziri.
At the reopening ceremony, SOPs were strictly adhered to at the entry and exit points. Security was also ready to prevent any problem at the newly renovated facility. Taxi drivers and passengers who made it for the first day applauded government for reinstalling their services.
Tubadde beeraliikirivu nga tetusuubira nti paaka eno tunaagifuna. Naye kisanyusizza awantu waffe wayonjo, wali wabi nnyo, mutuufu wali wakyafu. Kaakati olwaleero walungi, paakingi tuzirina, emmotoka zitambulira mu layini.
Tusanyufu nnyo okulaba nga paaka yaffe enkadde bagiguddewo. Kugamba batuwonyeza okutambula engendo gye tubadde tutambula nga tunoonya emmotoka ezituzaayo emukono.
The Minister for Kampala Hajati Minsa Kabanda, accompanied by the Mayor Kampala Central Division Salim Uhuru, reopened the park to the general public. Kabanda, however, urged leaders and drivers in the park to utilize it for the better and warned them to desist from wrangling and reminded them to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
Tax Park, because it has been closed for 2 years, but it's now officially opened. I take this opportunity to thank all the stakeholders, starting with KCCA. The park is opened officially, and we should all enjoy President Museveni's leadership and all other leaders. Thank you very much.
I'm Ivan Juko, reporting for UBC News.
Learners in the government schools in Busia municipality may not survive slashing their compounds when schools reopen on Monday this coming week. School heads in Busia municipality claim that no money has been released to them by government to clean the compounds, thus resulting to this initiative.
As schools reopen next week, all is not well in Busia district, with most schools now with overgrown compounds. Madibira Primary School, one of the government-aided institutions in Busia municipality, is expected to reopen to over 2,800 learners on Monday. But the learning environment remains wanting as the school compound is bushy and classrooms are dusty.
Indeed, many schools are still in the bushes because the resources that would help the schools, to clean the compound are not yet released. And therefore, we are of the view that resources that would help schools prepare to open needed to be released in good time to enable all teachers and head teachers and prepare to open. So when you talk of the manpower, we are set to open, but now the resources are not coming in a good time, and that makes us, kind of inadequate in our preparation.
The district leaders say the situation at these schools needs immediate government intervention. They say that about 10 schools won't be in position to reopen.
Schools such as Bridge, I'm sure it may not reopen, and it's completely not there. Even the structures are not seen. Schools such as the Talents, schools such as the Mehan, when I passed around, schools such as Joy.
The schools which were entirely depending on fees and the presence of children, this absence of children for 2 years has killed them. We just have to agree that they are dead institutions. They may not open, and we just need to see how we shall get those students to go to the existing either private or government schools.
But amidst all these challenges, Busia Resident District Commissioner Matthew Tusubira is optimistic that the schools in Busia District will fully reopen.
For us, Busia, we are set to receive our learners, and I want to tell the parents, especially the Busia parents who have the children who have been getting lost in the business, that it is time for us to have those children back to school. But come 10th, come next week on Monday, please, we shall encourage, and we want to encourage all the parents who have the school-going children to get them back to school. Business will be done later, and for us as government, we have ensured to prepare these schools that they are ready to receive our learners.
John and Diva into Mwebazi, UBC News Tonight.
Lands Minister Judith Nabakoba has delivered assorted medicines and mattresses to Mityana Referral Hospital on behalf of the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The move follows last Thursday's visit by the Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja to Mityana, where she was briefed on the situation at the hospital. The minister also extended financial support to each expectant mother at the facility. These are the details.
The poor working conditions at Mityana Hospital came to limelight mid this week when patients were asked to pay for services. One pregnant mother was asked to pay 400,000 shillings for an operation, thus prompting residents to stage a fundraising roadblock from well-wishers. Among those who were asked to contribute was Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja, who happened to have been travelling from Kakomiro to Kampala. The surprised Premier then rushed to the facility to ascertain the situation.
These people were collecting 400,000 from your staff.
Nabbanja found the helpless lady in pain, but only to be told that 2 lives had already been lost since the mother was unexpecting of 3 babies. The hospital management regretted the decision for payment of medical bills by patients by one of its staff, but was also quick to note that the delayed and insufficient medical supplies by NMS is more to blame. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has for this reason extended assorted medicines and other medical equipment like mattresses and beds to the facility. The consignment has been delivered by the Lands Minister Judith Nabakoba in company of Mityana North Member of Parliament Chibedi Nsegumire.
Came back when the Prime Minister intervened, so we decided as NRM leaders and leaders at national level to come and see what exactly is happening here and probably what are the challenges and how can we come in as government to sort out. We have interacted with the district administrator and the district health officer, and we have also toured the maternity section to see what is taking place. But from their submission, we have seen that the inflow of patients is too high.
Nabakoba, however, for close to 2 hours grilled the in charge of the facility, Dr. Paul Kabenge, over what she described as negligence.
But for how long has she stayed here?
Just in 1 day. She came in the evening and she was operated in the following day.
So in the evening, that's when they started asking for money.
For the issue of asking the money, we are trying to ascertain what is stage. But as administration, we are failing to get the person who communicated that they were asking for money.
What did they come say about the center?
Nabakoba also extended financial assistance to the all mothers in the maternity. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
Furthermore, Mbale resident City Commissioner Ahamda Washaki has intervened in a land conflict involving one Nabuka Rashid and his uncle Pafula Wadanya, both residents of Nansusel, Nkomia na Manyonyi Ward North City Division in Mbale City. Nabuka Rashid approached the office of the RCC accusing his uncle Pafula Wadanya of grabbing his late father's land.
Mbale resident City Commissioner Ahmed Washaki has intervened in a land wrangle between two relatives, Nabuka Rashid and Wedanya Pafula, the uncle to Nabuka Rashid, who is being accused of grabbing Yahaya Makangaga's land. This prompted the RCC to rush to the scene, where he held a meeting with clan and community members to ascertain the truth about the land that formerly belonged to Yahaya Makangaga, the biological father of Nabuka Rashid.
I got a report from one Rashid who complained that his uncle Pafuro Wedanya had grabbed his father's land. So we undertook to go to on the ground to actually see exactly where the conflict is.
Area leaders briefed the RCC about Nabuka Rashid, the complainant. Pafula Wedanya told RCC that he bought the land from the late Yahaya Makangaga in 1986 at 110,000. But his claims met resistance from some clan members. The RCC promised to investigate the truth about the land and report to clan members as soon as he is armed with all facts.
I've asked them to give me names of some elders in that ward who really saw the late before he passed on, who can also continue giving us some credible evidence we can base on to guide these two parties.
Now, most schools will reopen on Monday, 10th January 2021. As a result, preparations are high in gear to receive the students. It has been a tough experience for the educational institutions with the coming of the COVID-19 when they were put under lockdown. But let's take a look at these details.
Buziga residents near Kampala have this Saturday struggled for their right.
With only 2 days left to the reopening of schools, institutions of learning are over the moon trying to make last-minute preparations. At Kololo Senior Secondary School, the administration is eager to have business commence.
Okay, for the whole of this week, all our teachers and other support staff reported back right from Monday, and we have spent the whole of this week preparing to receive the students. We have drawn up programs as to how we are going to handle these learners.
Students are to be mentally prepared through counseling to fit in the school environment before beginning real classroom study.
We expect that when they return on Monday, we are going to spend the entire week preparing them psychologically. We have engaged the teachers and have asked them to, for the first days of the week, the teachers and learners, they are going to share experiences. By training, teachers are counselors. So we still use their expertise in this as counselors by training, but at another level, we can also engage specialists in this.
The classrooms are equally set to accommodate learners given the new curriculum, as they are required to have interactive sessions.
I am really prepared. I'm prepared. I have been putting together the learning materials, I've been looking through the scheme of work, I've been doing my lesson plans, and come Monday, I am ready. Of course, Monday will be a psychosocial support according to our program. We shall have a psychosocial support program, counseling to bring back the learners back into the school, after a long period of time. time out of school, and progressively we shall be running programs that help the learners settle. But as a person, as a teacher, I am prepared.
At Chitante Primary School, parents were seen trying to access the school to secure vacancies but were bounced because it was past time, being a weekend. Miriam Womcha, UBC.
Munyonyo have protested over a one-Ijuka blocking the access road joining Salama to Buziga. The crowds have reopened the road that had been blocked by stones and leveled it up with concrete, warning him to stop misbehaving. These are the details.
Buziga residents near Kampala have this Saturday struggled for their rights by opening a road that had been closed by a developer. Residents armed with spades, hose and hammers reopened the road that had been blocked by a one-Ijuka along Salama Buziga Road.
Sikuligalawo kubanga naye ayita wabande kutuka uwe kadate uwotagala bayitawo kutuka wabandu lwaki
okuvadde ne kati nomwambi yagula kino ekibanja nasere ko bali eki asibe aliyefuga abadde na blocking ko nene kubo ligata Salama Road ne Buziga Road
okunyigirizibwa eri bannakigwanyizi nga batuzibire kubo lyaffe eriva Salama ne lijja ku Lukuli Road tubadde ffe nga abatuuze bawana abaliranye kubo lino tunyigirizibwa okwaccessinga Lukuli Road twetoloola kilomita namba okugenda ku Lukuli Road ngate kubo lyaffe liri approved liri mu KCC.
At the time of the protest, the man was home resting, only to be awakened up by noise of angry residents. The two parties' conflict was further ignited by the arrival of the Lord Councillor Machindia West, Kenneth Malay.
You know that they are trying to grab everything. Now they are trying to grab a road in Munyonyo. So as leaders, we must stand firm and confirm that this road belongs to the people, belongs to the community. It does not belong to one person. This is a road that has been existing for 50 years. Cannot tolerate this. So we are here to see that the access road is opened. This gentleman is trying to steal the road.
Sensing the situation was worsening, Ijuka asked Councillor Malay to meet him inside his house to discuss the issue.
Ensonga zino zajja ku City Hall emyaka wayiseegi wuliriza bwe mubanga abantu mutandise okugulirira ba physical plan mugulira bakigonya.
Ijuka decided to run away from the crowd as he jumped onto a speeding motorcycle. However, moments later residents ordered him to stop misbehaving and mocked him for blocking a road.
This is Google. Google.
Despite the heavy downpour, residents continued leveling the ground. However, Ijuka says he will not allow anybody to go through his plot of land.
I've been here, obimba buno kyabundesaawo tewali apartment wali wano mukageto naye ennyumba yaliwo eyo eyasookawo eno apartment bazimba luvannyuma bwe nagula wano waliwo nsiko neri nsiko okiraba nga sisobola kugoba bantu ku nnyumba chairman w'ekyalo atalinawo kati ku ground bano sina muntu yenna gwe mmanyi kuno bafunye abayaaye be baleese sina gye manyi bavudde.
Amaiva Njuko reporting for UBC News.
The district education officer of Chibale district has threatened to arrest school heads who will not have cleaned the school environment for the learners. He says that government already released the funds to schools for maintenance. Let's take a look.
The district education officer, Kibale district, Seth Ahwa, has urged all school heads to prepare for the opening of schools on Monday.
Call upon all the parents to send the children back to school because we are well set. Government has set everything. the guidelines have been issued to us to ensure that we open.
Ahewa was speaking at a function organized by the area member of parliament of Buyanja East, Dr. Emily Kugonza, where he was awarding schools, head teachers of both private and government schools, and pupils who performed well in 2020 exams.
More and more pupils, more and more children from this area will appreciate education, will remain in school, will perform better, and of course eventually we'll have the best performers at different levels, ordinary level, advanced level, university level, coming from here.
Kugonza advises parents to ensure that their children return to school early and safely.
We've had also to give the best girls per sub-county to kind of remind girls that it is not only about boys. This is also about the girls. The girls must also work hard. The girls can also excel like the boys.
The event attracted other area member of parliament, including Tumwesige Josephat and Asera Stephen Raitojo.
I'm urging the parents, please take your children to school because education is the future. Education is the light, education is the key. I'm urging the teachers, please be at school and do your job responsibly.
You've done a good work and you have kept our children active in both household and education-wise, but we want to say thank you so much because amidst the COVID-19, it has been a hard moment.
Teachers, head teachers and pupils who got prizes appreciated MP Emily Kugonza for the generous gesture.
I thank Dr. Emily Kugonza for taking this opportunity to thank us. This is not the last, and he is still continuing. Then I take this opportunity to tell other people that they should learn more.
I would like to thank him for what he has done today, and this will enable to improve our academic performance in the district and Uganda at large.
State school just nearby.
Greater Luwero leaders have embarked on sensitizing head teachers on the standard operating procedures for the safe reopening of schools. The one-day training was held at Luwero Secondary School in Luwero District.
Education institutions have been under lockdown for close to 2 years due to COVID-19 pandemic. Now, as schools prepare to reopen on Monday, leaders in Greater Luwero are sensitizing head teachers on standard operating procedures.
A way to manage the learners when they get in school. It has also given us an opportunity to go through different training sessions, which information we are going to disseminate to our colleagues.
However, the head teachers of Luwero Muslim Aces and Destin Christian High School, Uthman Basaja and Dan Sajabi, respectively, have called for more support in private schools.
It should as well come up to give a helping hand to the private institutions, because we as well do the same work being done by government schools, which is none other than educating the learners of Uganda. COVID-19, it equally kills learners in the government schools the way it can kill them, or it can kill those in private institutions.
What I see, we are in a session where we are learning very important issues to see how we are disseminating information to do with COVID. But I would like to appeal to the government to give us more materials which we can use with the COVID materials.
The in-charge Luwero Diocese Education Department, Reverend Canon Ebil Luwama, says that church-founded education institutions in the region are more than ready to open for learners.
The Luwero Diocese, which covers the Greater Luwero, that is Nakaseke, Nakasongora, and Luwero District. We are grateful to tell the public that we are ready to open, and we want to thank the government for even bringing us here together to prepare us. But for us on the ground, we are ready, our schools are ready, and we feel the children will begin, and then learning will move on safely.
Luero District Diseases Surveillance Focal Officer Kasule Henry says health and schools inspectors will regularly inspect education institutions to ensure adherence and compliance of SOPs.
The Public Health Records Professionals Bonded Uganda Health Information Officers and Medical Coders Association are threatening to lay down their tools if central government does not respond to their concerns. The health records professionals are complaining about the top-up salary on their medical scale that they said has never been effected since July 2018.
Medical records professionals claimed that the arrears for medical scale salary were paid to selected districts, as majority workers across the country only received their payments twice in 2018 and has since been earning salary on administration scale.
Ever since government enhanced the salaries of health workers in 2018, these people only got the enhancement for 2 months and they were scrapped off with unclear reasons. There is no clear career growth pathway for this profession, no recognition of our efforts and work, among others.
About 2,000 health record professionals in Uganda, public services managing health information from lower health facilities to the national referral hospitals have been affected. The health records officers claim that the arrears had accumulated from July 2018 to date and that if not listened to, they would lay down tools.
So these critical issues raised remain unhandled. Within 90 days from now, that is before 1st of April 2022, the medical records professionals across the public service shall be left with no option other than laying down their tools effective 1st April 2022, and consequently there will be no weekly epidemiological surveillance reports submitted to the DHIS2. There will be no COVID-19 data entry into the EPIVAC system. Thus, no information will be available to Ministry of Health for decision making.
Alongside demand for payment of arrears, the health record professionals are also demanding government to increase their number in the country by providing scholarships and lay out degrees and master's programs for health record professionals in public universities.
As I talk now, there is no degree program for medical records and health informatics in any public university in Uganda. We are asking the government through the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education to roll out medical records and health informatics as a science discipline in all public institutions and universities. We are asking the government to provide scholarship for medical records students at all levels from certificate to master's programs.
In West Nile sub-region, Greater Arua, Terego, Maracha and Pakwach districts have received their top-up payments on medical scale as the rest of the districts still depend on salary got under administration scale.
Police in Kampala have arrested over 30 people after being tipped off by residents that they are drug addicts. Police carried out operations in the areas of Chiseka and Nachivubo where 30 people were arrested. It is believed that among the 30 who were arrested, some of them don't use drugs at all, which has prompted the local leaders to blame the police for not consulting them before making the arrests. The deputy police spokesperson, Kampala Metropolitan Luke Oesijire, says that it is possible that some of these suspects connive with the local council chairpersons, adding that those found not guilty will be freed.
Being in possession of suspected stolen items and also being in possession of narcotic substances. They are currently detained here at Central Police Station, as we will be later on screening out some. These arrests happened in areas of Chiseka, in areas of Nakivubo, and also some channels around Nakivubo. Of course, also some areas downtown, which of course we have gotten reports that they are infested with a lot of criminality.
We'll now take a short commercial break and return with more news tonight after these messages.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senku points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senku points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senku points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senku points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita, Kalidou Koulibaly, Sadio Mane, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. When you hear these names, you may think you're probably watching the English Premier League or UEFA Champions League, but it's none of those. It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations from 9th January to February 6, 2022. All these global elite football stars will be in Cameroon to grace the continent's most prestigious sporting event. 52 games, 24 countries, 1 continent, 1 trophy, 1 station, live, free and exclusive to your public broadcaster. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
You know, you could just buy a new smartphone from anywhere in Uganda. Dial *175*94# to activate their 100% double data bonus offer on weekly or monthly bundles for 3 months. Better yet, you automatically receive free 1 GB valid for 30 days. You are hooked already, aren't you? Enjoy 100% double data bonus from Airtel. Buy a smartphone from anywhere in Uganda and insert an Airtel SIM card. Dial *175*94# to activate a 100% data bonus offer on weekly or monthly bundles, valid for 3 months. Dial *175# and select your preferred bundle to activate a 100% data bonus offer on weekly or monthly bundles, valid for 3 months. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Raising voices.
I feel happy when my father spends time with me. I hope all fathers will like my father. I want my father to reach out to all fathers. He knows how important it is to be a good father. I promise to help my father inspire other fathers to change.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Enjoy convenience today with Airtel Money School Pay. Dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Select option 2, school pay. Select option 1, pay fees. Enter student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Beat the back-to-school hustle today. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Parents, guardians and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday the 14th of January to Sunday the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization and partners.
Welcome back from that short break. We now take you more into our news tonight. Luwero District residents have benefited from a day-long sensitization workshop aimed at equipping them with proper knowledge about the impeding water policy. The policy is intended to ensure that water quality and standard is the same across the country.
Plans are on to ensure Uganda's water operation and maintenance framework achieves its aims, which among others include same standards across the country. Under the new operation and maintenance framework formulated by the Ministry of Water and Environment, access to free water will cease by the financial year 2025. The ministry is now traversing the country educating the masses about the benefits of this Uganda operation and maintenance framework.
Is a follow-up or a continuation of sensitizing the communities on the new operational maintenance framework, a policy that has been put up by the ministry, which we all have to follow in Uganda in the maintenance of water sources. These are hand-dug wells and the boreholes.
Some of the initial beneficiaries have been 51 sub-county leaders during a one-day workshop at Luwero sub-county headquarters. This operation and maintenance framework will enable quick and easy access that will reduce dangers like time loss, long distances, rape and defilement to mothers and the girl child.
It is going to provide safe water to the people of Luwero. We are going to avoid long queues on the boreholes by having tapped water at people's homesteads.
When functional in Luwero district, there will be an increased safe water coverage from the current 68% to 100%.
In the first place, we provide 4 essential services. One is the initial upgrade. The initial upgrade, we pull out all the old parts and then we replace them with new stainless parts. That is the first one. The second one, we do preventative maintenance. This is done every 2 months. And preventative maintenance, we do regular visits at every water point. These are the boreholes. We come, we check on them. If there is any mechanical problem, we ensure that we work on it before the eventual breakdown.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senkyu points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senkyu points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senkyu points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senkyu points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita, Kalidou Koulibaly, Sadio Mane, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. When you hear these names, you may think you're probably watching the English Premier League or UEFA Champions League, but it's none of those. It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations from 9th January to February 6, 2022. All these global elite football stars will be in Cameroon to grace the continent's most prestigious sporting event. 52 games, 24 countries, 1 continent, 1 trophy, 1 station, live, free and exclusive to your public broadcaster. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Sasula era kulanga okozesa Airtel Money owangula obutitimbe bw'ensimbi. Tutaddewo billion emu n'ekitundu yakwewangulira buli lw'okozesa Airtel Money.
Nze bali kwa Patrick ndi agent wa Airtel Money era nawangudde million 2 era ndi musanyufu nnyo ndi awo nga nyiga *185 hasi.
Jokomo kuza Airtel Money jokomo okuyoola kafuwa siringi. Airtel Money ya buliwo yesigika teriko nsalo.
Come to Capital shoppers, we have a variety of items like gift hampers, foods, garments, cosmetics, and all sorts of drinks. Enjoy your shopping experience this festive season at affordable prices in our fully stocked branches in the following areas: in Tinder Station Road, opposite Makere Business School along Port Bell Road, Duster Street opposite Nakasero Market, and Garden City on Yusuf Lule Road. To all our customers and suppliers, we thank you for your continuous support. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize, and wear your mask always.
Welcome back. You're still watching UBC News Tonight. Now, many Christians and local and foreign tourists have converged at Lalibela in Amhara region in Ethiopia to celebrate the Orthodox Christmas. The Christmas celebrations coincide with the birth of King Lalibela, who is credited for Heon Rock churches of Lalibela. Dennis Sigor attended the celebrations and filed this report.
Tens of thousands of Orthodox Christians have thronged the holy land of Lalibela in the Amhara region of Ethiopia to celebrate Christmas. Lalibela is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with magnificent rock-hewn churches of the King Lalibela that dates back to about 800 years.
So the churches are very unique. You cannot find them anywhere in the world. So the uniqueness of the churches, the fact that they are built in out of one piece of rock, and also built at the end of 11th and beginning of 12th century, makes them very unique.
The construction of these magnificent structures is said to have been done by King Lalibela himself, and it is said that he finished the work in 2.5 decades. The Holy Land of Lalibela was the capital of Ethiopia in the 12th century. During the Orthodox Christmas, this historical town becomes too busy with pilgrims, foreign and local tourists, visiting the religious sites both in the town and its environs.
It's been very beautiful. I hope to join in many Guinness from now on. I believe that many religious activities like this one should actually bring people together. Like I'm seeing a lot of people here coming together, and it represents the unity that we have together, especially as Africans.
I came for the other reason. There was a war here, and this were controlled by a terrorist group, but now it's freed from them. So we came to help the area. Okay.
However, the turn-up for this year's Christmas celebrations have been dismal, and this is attributed to the recent war in the region that led to the destruction of infrastructure and caused insecurity.
As you know, the TPLF rebels have damaged a lot of the infrastructures. They've killed many people, they've raped in many places, and to get back to this spirit is a big challenge. And a few weeks ago, if you ask me, are we able to celebrate Christmas in Lalibela, which has been celebrated for 900 years consecutively, but because of this generation, then I would have said no.
The TPLF came and occupied the town for the last 5 months, and this was completely a dark age for the town of Lalibela. That's because there was no power, no internet, no bank, no water. Everything was dark for the town of Lalibela. So now it's been like 2 weeks since the TPLF group has left the town. So now we are starting everything, recovering or restarting everything here.
According to the religious leaders, what is found in Lalibela symbolically is found in the holy city of Jerusalem.
Located in the Amhara region, northern Ethiopia, Lalibela is a top religious tourism destination. It is where the main Orthodox Christmas celebrations take place annually. Dennis Igor for UBC News in Ethiopia.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senku points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senku points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senku points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senku points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Live, free, and exclusive to your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Enjoy convenience today with Airtel Money School Pay. Dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Select option 2, school pay. Select option 1, pay fees. Enter student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Beat the back to school hustle today. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back from those commercial breaks. Uganda Revenue Authority has ended Kampala Capital City Authority Football Club's 13-game unbeaten strike in the Star Times Uganda Premier League. In a game played at the Arena of Visions at Ndeje University's Luwero campus, Stephen Mukwala scored the lone goal after a well-executed corner kick. Kampala Capital City Authority Football Club enjoyed the better moments in the game and in fact had 2 disallowed goals but couldn't get a legitimate goal to get a result from the game. Despite the defeat, Kampala Capital City Authority Football Club remained to top of the table, standing at 31 points after failure by the second-placed Vipers to get a maximum points against Bull FC that scored last gasp equalizer in the 1-1 draw at Shitende. In other games played, Sports Club Villa and Uganda People's Defence Forces shared the spoils in a scoreless draw, while Onduparaka edged Toro United 4-2.
No. I thought that.
And we must say thank you for being a lovely audience. It's been an hour of informing you. Thank you for joining us, and till next time, from the team and I, it's good night.
Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Tessa Mili with today's weather update. We have a continuation of sunny conditions and hazy conditions in most parts of the country. Apart from some few areas across lake shores and southwestern of our country, I expect it to have light showers. And this is due to the blowing winds that are coming from Congo advections into our country, in combination with the local effects like Lake Victoria that bring us that light showers. But the rest of the country is experiencing sunny conditions and hazy due to the highs over the northern part of Africa, bringing dusty, hazy conditions into our country, bring us the hazy, dusty conditions that we're experiencing lately. Tomorrow morning, we expect to wake up with sunny conditions in southwestern of our country and the northern part of our region. Apart from some few areas across lake shores, we expect to have light showers. We have a continuation of sunny intervals in most parts of the country in afternoon hours, apart from some few still areas across lake shores and southwestern of our country. country are expected to have light showers. Temperature is up to 33 degrees of maximum in northern part of our country, 32 in Karamoja regions. Across some parts of Lake Shores, 28, including our capital city Kampala, Kampala Highlands with the lowest of 25 degrees Celsius. He is moving out of Uganda, touring the cities across the globe, forecasting the few ones I have for you. Sunny intervals across the neighborhood of Nairobi at a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius, Dubai with 24 degrees Celsius, Moscow with snow and at a very low temperature of -5 degrees Celsius only, New York and Paris with light showers, but still at low temperatures like 0.4 across New York. Thanks for tuning on your UBC. My name is Tessa Mili. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Secu points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Secu points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Secu points means you get more